Mm. Hello, hello, hello. Great evening, great Thursday evening, everyone. Tis Catherine Beasley with our daily chat. Today's chat is about, I guess, a continuation of yesterday's more transparent post about where I am, what I'm doing, how I'm feeling. Um, and so Well, I want to start with that it's so nice to be losing the weight that's just been piling on from the inactivity and the stress and everything else that was going on. So when I actually start to incorporate my physical activity back into things and maybe start trying to eat better, watch out, girl. But I'm happy with the progress I'm making doing absolutely nothing. Um, Beyond that, I want to talk about some things that I think I may be avoiding. And so I'm trying to, not trying to, as I am moving towards addressing those things that I've been trying to avoid um, to not experience the feelings that will come with like going to therapy and things like that. I With the hospice location that my mom was at, they offer one whole year's worth of grief counseling for family members, not just one caregiver, but like anyone in the family for the loved one that they were caring for can go and get counseling at that location. And I think that would be a different type of counseling session than what I need to do for me personally. So there's the therapist that I'm going to engage, and I am now also going to speak to the grief counselor. I definitely feel like I'm handling things better than I thought I would. However, I have not packed my mom's stuff in her room, nor have I made it back to New York like I was supposed to last month in order to pack up her apartment and help clean out stuff. And I am admitting to myself because I didn't think so at first, but now that I'm thinking about it, it really is that it's one of the things that I've been trying to avoid doing. When I see her stuff, it doesn't upset me, but I think the idea of going through and packing up her stuff is going to be a little bit more triggering than I'd like it to be. So I've been avoiding it. Literally, I see her stuff, I'm perfectly fine, and it's maybe I want to keep it around me to make me feel better. Um, but I do need to pack it up and donate it, give it to whomever who needs it, right? So, um, therapy, personal therapy, and the grief counseling to kind of help me maneuver these feelings and try to, you know, at least acknowledge and investigate them and then see what happens thereafter. And I've been reading a lot in different groups that people go to for support, right? Support groups. Um, for caregivers, and I honestly am like, wow, for all of the anything that I thought I had, um that I didn't have, in terms of support and all that other thing, I had plenty. And I was like, oh, what are you complaining about? Except we shouldn't compare ourselves because it's hard out there for people. It's not everyone, right? I saw a post that brought a lot of joy to me when they talked about there was a friend, 40-year friendship that they had, and one of her girlfriends is suffering through Alzheimer's. And every year now that she's retired, she goes and takes 3 weeks and goes and stays in the house with the friend and her husband and gives her husband a reprieve. And he gets to go do whatever he's going to do while she stays with the friend and takes care of her. She's a retired CNA too, so she's able, right? She understands how to care for people and change them and do all of the things that need to be done. And she's willing, right? Because the friend is actually bedridden now, and unable to do things for herself, many things for herself. And so she's willing to go there for 3 straight weeks and take care of her girlfriend. And I'm just like, those are the friends I need. So, Cheryl Ann, Takora, Trilla, all of you guys that have been on, make sure that we stay close so that y'all can take care of me and give my peoples a reprieve. But that was just so heartwarming. And then there's the other side. There's the other side of that where people are really not getting the support that they need. That it's a safe space and hopefully this isn't violating any of their privacy, and it's like they're going there and they're venting, and the level of venting is just like, or the agony that you can feel through their vent is just really interesting, and like really just makes me stop and say, hey, you had no problem, sis, because uh, you had what you had, but you never felt that desperate desperate for assistance, or never felt that alone either. And like the progression for my mom was rather quick, I want to say, almost in that, right, it the progression, from her being kind of okay to when she just couldn't really do much without assistance, in terms of, like she was mobile, but other things that she just needed to have assistance for, and then everything else, it was really quick, so I didn't have the long drawn out illness with her, in terms of, like, she had Alzheimer's for a long time, but she wasn't later stage for a long time. And I think that made a huge difference for me too. So I'm thankful for all of that. I'm in those groups, I'm helping, I'm hopefully helping, I'm answering, or just showing support for them. As we all just need to start doing, right? Showing some kindness to those who need the assistance, who don't have it as easy as you, that you can see could just benefit from a kind word, right? Whether you really have that same experience with them that they have or not, just being able to listen, giving them a kind word, answering questions as they have them, right? I have to be mindful, and I do remind myself I don't offer my opinion on anything and or suggestions unless they ask for it. But otherwise, it's just, hang in there, we're here for you, and that sort of thing. Because there's some real stories about what people are going through with this caregiving um, role that they have, and I'm just so grateful that mine was what it was. And I am looking forward to helping people get through it, because it's just terrible when you feel that alone, in like you just can't do right, or life is just so horrible for you right now. So at any rate, just wanted to chime in again and say, hey, so not only am I getting a therapist for all of the other stuff going on in my head, but I'm actually going to go to grief counseling as well. So yay me for really just taking off all the blinders and going all in with this whole healing aspect of my life, or time in my life, and I'm actually looking forward to it. Imagine that, because I've been avoiding it for so long, so to be looking forward to it is nice, as well. So what are you avoiding? What have you been avoiding that you can start to take steps um, to face now, that can get you over that hump? This is the second time too, and then I'll end because I was about to. Had a conversation with one of my good girlfriends a few weeks ago, and talking about ADHD, and just talking about signs and symptoms of it, and then another conversation just. Another conversation now is just having with someone who mentioned too that they think they may have adult ADHD, or maybe even had it for longer than just their adult time. So, and I definitely feel like I'm on that spectrum there. So be tested for that at some point too. But thank you, Alana, and thank you for holding my feet to the fire, because I was not feeling like this before our chat last week. And so with that, I will say, yes, figure out one thing, right? Talk about or think about one thing that you can face, or start to think about facing, because it's not that easy to do. And even I know better than that. But one of the things that you've been avoiding, and why you've been avoiding it, and think about what could be better in your life, what changes can come from it that should hopefully be better in your life if you actually took the time to address it. And then go ahead and do it, friends, because the only thing holding you back is you. I know that is the case for me, and now I'm not going to do it anymore. So yay, me. All right. Anywho, good night, my good friends. Keep it up. Keep up the good work, that is, with everything that you're doing. And come on back tomorrow, and we'll chat about something else. Bye.